everybody. I'd like to call this regular meeting of the West End School District Board of Education to order at 6:03 p.m. on Tuesday, July 7th, 2026, the Administration Building Board. Madam Secretary, can you please call the roll?
President Rio, Vice President Cordova,
Present.
Secretary Vigo, present. Members of Nelly,
Present.
Member Romero.
Present. The record reflect the quorum is present. We'll move on to item 3 of the agenda, which is going to be pledge allegiance. Member Channel, so we do this.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of Mexico, the symbol of perfection among the United Cultures.
All silence. Come on. Alright, we'll move on to the approval of the agenda. I will entertain a motion to approve the agenda as presented. Entertain the motion. Okay, you got first, second. I'll second.
Discussion.
With discussion. Yes, sir.
Vice President, we have Mr. Castillo up here as superintendent, but John's signature still at the bottom. I know we had to cancel meetings because of errors in the dates or the times or the venues, but I've never had nothing like that happen since I've been here, so I don't know what we have to do to proceed, or if we can, or if we can't.
Vice President Cordova, if you'll allow me to speak on behalf of that, it was because we put the agenda out before July 1st.
So he was done.
So he was still in the position as
Okay.
superintendent.
Okay. Thank you. No, sir.
You got a first and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, we'll go on to item 5, approve, amend, or disapprove of prior meeting minutes. We'll go item A and B, minutes of regular school board meeting June 16th, 2026, and item B, which is minutes of special school board meeting June 15th, 2026. I'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
Make a motion to approve them.
Have a motion by Secretary Hill, and a second?
Second.
Second by Member Romero. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. Yeah. All right, item 6, welcome and introduction guests of, hi staff. Welcome everybody. If you can do the board a favor and just introduce yourselves, appreciate it.
My name is Alfonso Castillo, and I'm the superintendent of Costa Rica School.
Julie Segura, Executive Secretary, Transportation, Maintenance Secretary.
I'm Andrew Gutierrez, I represent ULEAD State T, third-party IT contractor.
David Larson, assistant principal for both high school and elementary, and also the athletic director.
Hi, Vice Chair Cordova, members of the board. My name is Melissa Hernandez, and I am your high school principal.
I understand.
Hi, Kylie Atkins, elementary principal and sped director.
Thank you all for the introduction. So we'll move on to item 7, public comment. You have anything?
No public comment.
Okay, we will go into item 8, which is executive session Board may elect to go into executive session for reasons listed in the Open Meetings Act, section 10-15-1H. The authority for the executive session and the subject to be discussed must be stated with reasonable specificity in the motion. Call for the vote to go into executive session. Item A, discuss limited personnel matters as permitted under section 10-15-1H2 of the New Mexico Open Meeting Act for the purpose of discussing limited personnel matters pertaining to the superintendent contract. Is there a motion to enter an executive? Got it first by Member Romero,
Second.
second by Secretary Vigil. All in favor? Oh, roll call vote, sorry.
Vice President Cordova,
Yes.
Secretary Vihel, yes. Members of Meadows,
Yes.
Member Romero.
Yes. We will move into executive session at 6:08.
Camera's on, recording is unmuted.
Okay, so I will entertain a motion to return to an open session. Motion?
Second.
I got a first by Member Romero, second by Secretary Hill. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We got a roll call for that.
Not for exit.
Not for ex-
Just for, on this one, the roll call.
Let the record reflect that the board has returned to open session at 7:37 PM. Also let the record reflect that only the matters stated in the motion or motion to close were discussed in executive session. Possible action, is there any action taken as a result of executive session? Yes, both parties agreed to the contract and, get a motion for
I'll make a motion to approve the contract.
Second.
motion from Member Cisneros, second by Member Romero. And this one, can we do a roll call? Madam Secretary.
Vice President Cordova,
Yes.
Secretary Hill, yes. Member Cisneros,
Yes.
Member Romero.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right, item 11. Approve, amend, or disapprove administrative and department reports. We'll go ahead and go with maintenance.
Barbini, and you don't have my report in front of me. I apologize for that. But not too much hasn't changed, except that we're almost complete with our cleaning, waxing, stripping, everything in this elementary side. We might have a couple days just to finish up. I'll be taking these guys to the high school to finish up there. That's just a little bigger, but everything's going pretty good. They're getting it as clean as possible. I know they shampooed, dusted. It's just that some areas don't look as clean because of what carpets, how old they are, or, you know. So, but overall, it looks pretty good. I know, I don't know if these have gone through to check it out or whatever, but right now it's still going back, doing some touch-ups and all that, but so far so good. And then with the staff we have, it's kind of pretty tough, but it's going good.
Don't like them or what? No, just kidding.
No, it's just that there's a lot to do.
The Costilla floor over there, the gym floor.
That one, I haven't gone back since the last one because we went on our 4th of July thing.
Oh, okay.
So this next Tuesday, I will go up and I'll attend the meeting and I'll find
Check
out.
it out. Cool.
Yeah, I'll see what's going on.
Any other questions for maintenance? No. Okay, move on to nutrition, which
There's nothing.
we have a report on. Technology.
Hey guys, I don't have a written report, I apologize, not a whole lot has changed in the last month. I've been cleaning up databases, Google, student database, stuff like that, getting new users set up with computers, just kinda getting ready for school, little housekeeping stuff. Friday, I'm gonna come by and do a little bit of more physical stuff with door access, and I did talk to Bill, we do have a cheaper unit for door access, they're a slim, indoor, outdoor, just slim unit that has all the same functionality for $1,700 rather than $35. $1,700 includes parts, labor, installation, everything. All of those, the advantage of the newer 2N models over the older ISO-NAS models that were in place before. The 2N models allow you to use Bluetooth from your phone to get into the door. So if you don't have your card with you and you do have your phone and you have credentials, you can still get in the door. That's the vendor we prefer because they're pretty responsive and they're great functionality and everything in the device is in one place and don't have anything in the ceiling to fail as well. Everything's right there. So yeah, $1,700 for those units, which is quite a bit cheaper than we had before. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. Just cleaning up databases, getting users ready. We did do some cleanup here in the admin building, took some stuff out of here. Just kind of moved it around, mostly just to get it out of here, out of this building, especially out of this closet here where the inspector was looking. A lot of it is recyclable. It needs to be just recycled. A bunch of old servers, old hard drives we have to get rid of and dispose of, recycled. And then just old trash, a bunch of old trash, a bunch of really old keyboards that we got rid of, a bunch of old cables, stuff like that. Stuff that's just so dated, there's no sense or there's no real point in trying to recover any of it. So, pretty much all we got.
Thank you. Is there anything for technology? Yes, sir.
I get it's like a lot cheaper, but it's quality.
I'm sorry.
For the prices.
Oh yeah, those 2 units, I love them. I think they're great.
Do you have them in your house, and would you put them in?
Absolutely, yeah. They're super simple to manage, and they're pretty, I don't wanna say simple to install, but there's only that one part. And so there's nothing in the ceiling to fail. You just have to connect the one part to the electronic lock. That to me is a better setup because it's just less points of failure. And then if that device goes, we know exactly, just replace it. We know exactly what device is going wrong.
It's good that it's cheaper, but I just prefer the quality.
Yeah, no, they're great. They're great. They're just slimmer is really what it is. The difference is these ones are plastic housing, with like a hard plastic housing, and then the more expensive ones, the $3,500 ones, are metal housing. That's a big difference. These ones are really great for indoor. Outdoor they'd be fine, but if you want to do any indoor ones, these are definitely the ones.
Anything else? Move on to athletics.
How you guys doing? Getting started, got registered with the New Mexico Athletic Director Association, got all that information getting taken care of. Also, been working with, also that for the middle school as well, getting all the software, pieces needed for scheduling of, referees. All that is currently getting done as we speak. We also have the coaches and athletic director conferences at the end of the month that we're working on getting that solidified, which needs to be done by the 10th. And I think that PO just needs to get approved and get finished. But I think that got done today actually. And I'm currently building basically my new contact list for the new for some of our sports. We went from a 2A to a 1A, and getting those new athletic directors contact information, getting contact with them, solidifying the current schedules that we currently have, and making sure that our times are done. And also working with transportation as well.
You guys have any questions on the athletics? I just have one thing. I just got this sent over to me. So for our spring sports, or just the 2026 NMHSCA Awards and Honors, Coach of the Year in spirit is Coach Maria Medina. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Just that was last year. This is 2 years running. Yeah. Anyway. We'll move on to Alta Vista /Spin.
So there's no report because nothing has really happened. I'm so excited. They're here. I like have so much to tell them. I've been talking their ears off. But since our last meeting, I've kind of been helping Darren over there with maintenance, our custodians, any support they've needed. I've been here all summer. I haven't gone nowhere. And that's pretty much in a nutshell what I've been doing. I'm like, yay, can tomorrow come? I have like a list of stuff we gotta do.
It's all done.
My schedule's been done since June. I've been sharing it with Mr. Larson here and like Melissa, I'm ready to, or Mr. Hernandez. Like, hey, come on, let's get the ball rolling.
Excited.
I am.
We are,
I have someone to talk to. Jared, I love talking to you, Miss Julie, I love talking to you, but
Before she gets tired.
I think they get tired of me. So, yeah, I'm, like I said, ready for them to like, hey, we're bouncing some ideas off.
You come in fully staffed.
I have a interview for a fourth grade teacher tomorrow, and let's see how they turn out. But yeah, we need some fourth grade teacher.
Do some.
Yeah, the one we had offered the position to, we finally got a hold of them and they took a job in house. So they're being taken up right now. Summertime's a hard time.
Okay, any other questions?
Do you know when the school supplies is gonna come?
No, so at the end of, in May, we didn't get a school supply list from any of the teachers. We did, however, me and Miss Julie, we applied for another grant for school supplies from Lano. And we did get approved. We're waiting for those to come in, so a backpack full of supplies. And then what I'm going to do with, when Miss Lisa starts in like 2 weeks, we'll just go off of what the teachers used last year and send that in. Same thing with registration. Please, as parents, please don't, like, say, when can we register our students? It's because Synergy's being freaking with us. So,
For that grant.
Okay,
no, middle school as well.
Um,
Put it for middle school.
no, there's no high school. Move on to superintendent's report. And if you can add high school next, so it's not.
I don't have a report this time. Yeah, just.
we need a counselor, and that's all I know. I got to tour the building today, so I'm really excited. There's some changes that we've been talking about. So when we meet with our superintendent tomorrow, we'll be able to discuss all of that and then report at the next meeting once the decision's been made, and we can bring it to the board. But I'm really excited. I think that there's a lot of great things that can happen. I'm ready to work, and I think that we can all just align our K-12 campuses better until we're all in one building.
Get done.
There's some things I'd like to discuss with superintendent, and so there was a schedule left by the prior administration. I just have a few concerns with some of the core classes in the afternoon, and I saw, and looking at our numbers, I don't understand why we have several sections of the same class when a classroom could have the 18 students instead of.
9 PEs or something, crazy number there or something.
No, it was just more, there's multiple sections and our class sizes are like 18. So I just feel like we can consolidate some stuff. And I know that with the superintendent's support, we definitely want to try and move towards core classes in the morning, so that way our student athletes aren't missing their core classes and we can focus more towards electives in the afternoon.
Do you know, and maybe this is part of that whole schedule part, but when students will go in to get their classes, their schedules and stuff, or?
I think we're just still waiting on Synergy. So my understanding is you guys were part of the pilot year. So if it's anything like the last charter school that I just left, we did all of our registration through Power School. And then there was a cutoff date of June 30th where you had to transfer everything over into Synergy. And then right now the state has it locked until they open it. And I can't remember what the date is off the top of my head where Penn will give us access.
Been June 30th, but I tried it today and it's still locked.
Yeah, so we really can't, we've created a schedule manually, but there's nothing that we can really enter into Synergy until the state gives us that access and permission. And then once we have that, we can build out the schedule and then just start placing students, because we definitely want to look at and do a credit analysis, and that's kind of hard without the counselor. So he and I will just kind of take that on until someone gets brought on board. I always like to prioritize our seniors, and then backwards plan from that, because placing them in the classes that they need to make sure that they're ready for graduation in May is obviously priority. And then we'll start filling in as we get that in. But just Synergy and waiting on PED to open that up for us is why we don't have anything online right now.
Thank you. Moving on to item 12, new business. Item A, discuss some possible action regarding open bids for architects. So on this, we got money from the state for the plant design. We'll see. So we need to do a RFP so we can get out for bids for those services. Probably be easier if we had a CES contractor to do it, if you know of a couple, but we do need to open this process fairly quick, so we gotta get moving on it. Ideally, this money should be spent within the first few months that we received it, so if you can get working on that, and we'll go from there. Do you guys have anything on that?
No, we just need to take action so we can do that.
Okay.
I'll move.
Sorry.
Got a motion from member Cisneros and a second from Secretary DeHill. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, move on to item B. Discuss and possible action regarding auditor bids. So we are up with with the one we currently have, so we have to transition to new ones.
You have to alternate.
So we've got 3 in your packet. One is from Beasley Mitchell and Company LLP. The other one is from Woodward Cohen and Company, and the other one is Manning Accounting and Consulting Services LLC. They did put their prices for 2026 through 28 or 29, if I'm not mistaken. So most of them kind of go up in price. Beasley, I think, they give a virtual option for auditing, which is cheaper, but they wouldn't be here auditing, it'd be all virtual, which I'm not a fan of. I think in person is the way to go. But do you have anything you want to add to that?
So when we first reached out, we sent our letter to everybody within like the Santa Fe, Albuquerque region. And we got 0 responses. So then the host basically said, send us your letter and we're gonna have to just send it to everybody. And so this was everybody, and we got back these 3 responses. I think the virtual is because maybe that one's like Las Cruces, I believe, or somewhere in that area. And so that one, we've done it before during COVID, but it's just a lot more work.
Yeah.
Because you're basically uploading and scanning everything to them. But yeah, this was kind of the only 3 options we got after they sent it to the entire state.
2 tries. Who's your recommendation?
I don't really know any of these at all, so I was just kind of going by price wise. They're all more than what we've had the last 3 years. And I think one was really, really high. I don't know if they realized what size of district we are.
So for Beasley Mitchell and Company, for the first 2 years, it's $39,346, and that's the in-person option. And then year 3, it bumps up to $40,557 in year 4, or $527 for year 3 and 4. Woodward, first year is $33,868. Second year is $34,888, and third year is $35,934. And Manning Accounting and Consulting Services, first year is $25,560, second is $26,625, and third year is $27,690.
And
What do we
that's kind of
currently
like
pay?
the price range. The last 4 years, we've been at that 23 to 24,000 range.
Did the Hills have any recommendation or?
They were, so JAG is kind of the biggest group that they worked with, so they did reach out to them, because this is when we didn't have anybody. And they couldn't pick up anymore because they all have a limit as to how many they could actually do.
Okay.
So we did try a couple of those routes, and none of those worked either. So then that's when we reached out to USA, who is in charge, and they send our letter out to every agency.
got for Beasley, and then it's Dexter, Dolores, and Dora, they work with.
I'll make a motion for Manny. Mhm. I do a lot of the schools to the east of us.
I'll second.
Okay, got a first and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor for Manning Accounting and Consulting Services LLC for our auditors? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
One. Okay. Motion does carry. Item C, discuss some possible action regarding 2026-2027 schedule of monthly school board meeting resolution. So it was in your packets, it's kind of far in there. Yeah.
Is it the same in there?
Trade for the future, Joe.
Not in mine.
You may have got mixed up in your shuffle.
Maybe it's. Show it the same.
It's the same.
Basically the same, just the dates.
Oh, that's true.
A, I'll remind you of your following policy. So none of that has changed, right, Joseph?
Well, I'm sorry.
So on this, it's number 3, person desiring to be placed on the meeting agenda are reminded of the following policy. Item A, items of business may be suggested by the board members, staff, administrators, or patrons of the district. The business items suggested should be submitted in writing and received at the superintendent of schools office at least 10 days before the meeting to be considered for inclusion on the
And
written
that,
agenda.
that's part of policy. And that, nothing's changed other than what we had last year, other than your dates. Nothing, everything's the same, and it's what we had last year, but that is part of the policy on the items of requesting.
So anybody can put it in the agenda?
If they
If they put it in writing and it has to be approved by superintendent or
The board has to, but even for.
your board president or your
Even the law
two
for,
board members.
the board, yeah, even for us,
Correct,
we have to have 2 members to put in the agenda.
correct. And so they would submit their request to either
To me,
to your board president, or if it's you, and then you would address it
or
to.
I mean, to,
Yeah,
yeah,
or to Superintendent Castillo,
okay.
and then it would go from there. But nothing's changed on the resolution other than the dates that I put in there.
Can I entertain a motion to approve the schedule, 2026-2027 schedule of monthly school board meetings? Got a first by member Romero, and a second.
Second.
Second by Secretary Hill. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Alrighty. Go on to item D, discuss and possible action regarding teacherage contracts. So I believe we have 3 contracts in front of us. They all pretty much read the same in the amount of 300 per tenant per unit, and so it's 300 monthly divided into 2 equal payments of 150 per pay period.
I'm sorry.
Maybe another time, yeah.
And this one, I think we'll go one at a time. So the first one up is going to be for Unit A, located at 2556A Wildcat Road. And this one will be for 300 monthly, 150 per pay period.
That's the song I've been working on.
MIA.
Does it have a name there?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
On the top.
Make a motion to approve.
Oh, Unit A.
Yeah.
That has to be John's old one. Cause this one here's B, unless it goes this way.
Yeah, no, it's like 56 or.
Start here,
Yeah,
that's what
okay.
556.
So then it's
Sagebrush,
B and
sagebrush is C.
so this one's
A,
B.
B, and C.
Yep.
I don't have an idea.
Everything should be, yeah.
It's the
So it
same
goes this,
stuff.
yeah.
I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. You got a motion to approve Unit A? Oh, you have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we'll move on to Unit B, located at 2556A Wildcat Road, Teach Ridge.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Secretary Hill, got a second? Second by Member Romero, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We'll go on to Unit C,
Make a motion to approve.
motion by Secretary Hill, do you have a second? I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Alrighty. Moving on, discussing possible action regarding MOU with White Sands Drug and Alcohol Compliance. So this is the one you go with every year, correct, White Sands? Nothing's changed that I saw. Do you have anything else to add on that?
There was one change.
What was it?
It increased from 50 to 60 because of the cost to them on the rapid.
On the rapids? Yeah, this one does the athletics and all that, right?
It's the random, the driving, and unit 15.
Plus, yeah, the drivers.
Okay.
So they get mileage plus fuel?
They didn't put a price on it.
9%, it's
Or they'll be 9%.
Second.
Got a motion by Member Romero, second by Secretary Hill. Any discussion?
discussion.
Discussion, sir.
Domingo, do you remember off the top what we paid him total last year?
50.
Ballpark.
I think at the end it was around 16,000.
Oh, okay. So,
So I think we put in for up to 18. I think that was just, we had a reduction in actual athletes, so.
anything else? first and a second, all in favor?
I'm sorry, I think we the first one. I
Secretary
apologize.
or member
Member
Romero,
Romero.
and Secretary Behill second.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, we will move on with item F, discuss some possible action regarding ancillary service agreements, diagnostic services, occupational therapists, physical therapists, and speech therapists.
Mr. Vice President,
Yes, sir.
is this somebody new?
No.
This was already here?
Yeah.
But they didn't have the Hurtados here,
Sierra therapist,
they're here also?
yeah, that's,
Margot or Tato, her business needs now the Sierra.
Oh, they changed?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
changed
okay.
for the agency name.
Can I get a motion to approve the ancillary services agreements listed?
Well, we only get our packet, we don't have the one, right?
It should be, is this all inclusive? All those?
The occupational, physical, speech therapy is one, and then diagnostic services. is another.
Sorry.
Same group.
The OT, the occupational, physical, and speech is one group, and then the diagnostic services is another.
That's a different group.
Yeah.
So that's all we got, we don't have the,
Diagnostics.
we don't have those other packets. We got diagnostics, that's it,
That's it.
that's the,
Marie Martinez. That's all I got.
that's the Martinez, we don't have anything from the others.
We didn't get nothing from Marco,
I don't have it.
Domingo.
Those ones you might have to push to the next meeting.
I'll move to approve just the diagnostics.
Got a motion by member Cisneros, do I have a second? Second by, Secretary Hill with discussion.
We're approving this just with the diagnostic?
Yes, correct.
Nothing else?
No, because they're not, here, they didn't present.
Okay.
Sent them.
Okay.
Got a first and a second, all in favor for diagnostic services, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And if we can move the other three on the next meeting agenda, get those approved, appreciate it. Item G, discuss possible action regarding Kit Carson propane Kit Carson propane donation in the amount of 300 intended to support charitable programs.
I'll move.
Second.
First, member Cisneros, second by Secretary Behill, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, we're on to H, discuss possible action regarding Diamond Plaza LLC donation in the amount of 500 intended for boys basketball team.
Make a motion to approve.
Got a motion by Secretary Hill, do I have a second? I'll second it. Discussion, sir.
Yeah, when we do these or when we list these, or we accept the donations, we need to also explain to them that we can't approve something for just one specific team in athletics. You know, you're gonna get Title IX infractions, so when we accept these, we have to accept them for all athletics. And if you choose to designate a certain amount towards one, and that money covers it, but then the district has to make fair and cover for anybody else that might need.
Yeah.
So the wording on the, when they build the agenda, it's like, don't put it in there like that. And when these individuals come to us to make donations, and it's good for us, we also have to make sure that we explain to them that we have to designate it like that.
And that would be for items I, J,
There's several in there.
K. Correct?
Mhm.
Right, H, I, J, K.
It was just necessary athletics. Okay.
I think we can accept them,
Just moving forward.
but we can't hold those funds specifically to those sports.
Or we gotta allow other funds to,
If we
If we get
do
another-
that, then we have to accommodate that same value for the others. Yeah, we've never done that, so the best way to do it is just athletic money is athletic money and go about it like that.
so I got first and the second, any further discussion?
That's right.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Abstain, number, okay, we'll go on to J. Discuss and possible action regarding Intact LLC
Wait,
donation.
you skipped I.
Oh, I'm sorry, discuss possible action regarding electoral professionals painting service donation in the amount of 200 intended for boys basketball team. Can I get a motion to approve? Make a motion, get a second, second, all in favor, signify by aye.
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 Abstain.
Abstain. And then item J, discuss some possible action regarding Intact LLC donation in the amount of 400 intended for the football team. Again, I want to reiterate that the way this was labeled was not the correct wording, but
Right.
I'm just moving forward with it moving forward. So, do I have a motion? Move.
Second.
First by Member Romero, second by Secretary DeHill. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. K, discuss some possible action regarding Kit Carson Electric in the amount of 500 intended for the football team. Get a motion?
Second.
Got
I'm
it
sorry,
first
what
by
was it?
Member Cisneros, a second by Member Romero. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, item I, discuss some possible action regarding resolution in writing a letter to support the village requested to turn the Taos Banks building into a community center. Members, do you guys have any information pertaining to this?
Mr. Vice President,
Yes, sir.
I asked for this to be on the agenda. I know that the village in their meetings have had considerations for it, and I think that there's starting to become a kind of a talk amongst the community. I think it's a good idea. And I think for us, especially because we were reached out to by Friendship Circle for the high school, which is fine and which would work, I think, during the summer. But this current situation also with the VFW, which lived in this place, and also our Paris Center, is like, during school, if there's a funeral or there's gonna be something to be needed and we have school going on, we're not gonna be able to meet those needs. So, I think if the village council and mayor wanna do that, or listen to the community members, I think I have no problem letting them know that me on the school board that support that effort.
Anything else?
So I make a motion to approve.
With discussion?
Let's call this.
Oh, I'm sorry, second,
Not call.
okay, with discussion. So I don't mind that we do this, but do we know this is a for sure thing?
That's the purpose
That's
of
the
the support.
caveat to it. Well,
Yeah, see, if it was a for sure thing, well then,
if it was a for sure thing, I think it would be a lot better for us to write it because then that shows more money going towards for legislation and stuff. But the other question I have is they have the new senior center. Are they gonna use that for any purposes, do you guys know, to help out, or is that just gonna be strictly down there at Alta Vista? La Cienega, I'm sorry.
I don't know anything about that. This is my own opinion, I don't think we should involve ourselves in whatever they're trying to do unless they came to us asking for us to support it, then I would have no problem doing it.
so like this is, and this is that exactly how it stands, is the council then come to me to ask me for this in the community, which is within and around, right?
No,
The parents and the people that we serve in our district asked, and I said, yeah, that's a great idea, I understand. I mean, if, I think if they already said we're gonna do it, let's go for it. why come and ask for support here? It's trying to sway that outcome. You know what I mean? Which I have no problem with, but even tonight, there's some missing, but I would also advise that because you guys are village employees, that you would abstain from that if there's the first and the second already.
I'm upset.
Yeah, just so you don't get yourselves into the mix in the village.
I would have to abstain.
I would if I was you.
You don't have to.
I would
but
suggest.
you can.
I'm not the clerk or anything like that, I'm just an employee of the village.
Yes, sir.
And it was the same discussion that Jason had about other things.
Right.
But again, it was just a
So it's up
suggestion.
to you, you don't have to, but I mean, I would suggest.
I just would see it that if the council came to us asking us to regular support, just to have it. But I mean, I don't see the reason for the school being involved with the village doing.
So what's the number there, the counselor or multiples or all or?
If two of them asked to present something to us or something to that effect, I would say absolutely, let's look at it, but
I'd say for discussions I've had and it meets the criteria. If the number is two.
I did have a discussion with a couple community members regarding this. Because at first I was like, you know what? Yeah, why not? The only feedback I got from them is, again, their own opinions. This is the village, are they actually gonna do it? And I said, well, we as a
Well,
school
yeah,
board
there's-
cannot,
No,
You know.
yeah, I understand that there's also some.
we can't take
All we can
that.
say is that if you want to turn it into a beautiful place for the community to use, I support that. That's all this is.
Got a motion, do I have a second?
No, you did the second.
Oh, yeah, second, sorry.
You already did, and then we did discussions, and now we just call for a vote.
Vote, and let's do a roll call.
You go now. Yeah, how you want.
Madam Secretary, roll call.
Vice President Gordon,
Pass.
Secretary Vigil abstain, members of no,
Yes.
member Romero,
no.
Vice President Bruno.
No.
Yes, legal.
You said no, right?
Move on to item 13, unfinished business. Won't have anything in our packet. Moving on to the next item, finance reports. Nothing on item A, B, or C. Going to 15, future business. Item A, future planning. We need to make sure we get the bids out for the architect.
For the next one.
Yep. You guys have anything else?
Oh, Mr. I will go make the training.
On the 14th.
Yeah.
16th.
I'm sorry,
I have a guy that's going on training, so I
I'm sorry.
I can't either, I'm sorry.
There's money here.
Mm.
Harry Potter jackets.
Nothing.
Vice President Cordova, do you need to use the school vehicle for
No.
driving? So the only one that will be attending is yourself and Mr. Custody.
Yeah, yeah. I thought Jason was going.
No.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the one in Towson.
Yeah. Wanna go?
No,
Yeah, the registration's already done.
no, I don't know. I think it's gonna be this,
Yeah, dinner.
I have my lunch.
You would.
Huh?
You would.
I'll buy my own.
I think you're running at 2 years.
Don't get me one. Dude.
Okay, and then items suggested for future meetings.
Ancillary.
You're gonna need to bring that
Ancillary.
issue back somehow.
And then the ancillary.
Bring it back.
For
I'm sorry.
occupational.
We have issue with CDA.
Oh.
Some discrepancies.
Okay. The ancillary.
Yeah, for occupational therapists, physical and speech therapists. And then if we can you get who is in charge of nutrition here to give us a report? This is year 5. Oh, yeah, no, maybe, but still, we need a report. Anything else? Members?
I would like to put on there for the next meeting, see if the school has school supplies,
School supply this?
for the school to buy the school supplies.
You got the grant, right?
Yeah, we got, we're waiting on Lionel to bring in all that stuff and their packets, and so right now, Daddy and I am waiting for the new staff to come in to kind of have a discussion on how that distribution will happen.
And this
That's
is
okay.
for elementary and middle school, we kind of guesstimated how many to get.
So we just need to figure out something for high school.
I don't even got where the school, they should buy the school supplies.
We don't need to buy crayon.
No crayon, no,
Nice.
Well,
no
that's-
crayon.
We don't even
Grant
care.
covers
Or
the
binders.
lower ones, that's-
Yeah, we gotta
okay,
figure out
okay.
something for the high school, so we'll just put something on there too.
Or green paper, you need that.
Pack a bus. Put a bus by $1,000 and send it. So
Okay, anything else?
I know you just started renting, but can you check to see where our cash register is for the concession stands and everything else is? I know that was approved and they said they bought one and everything else to where we could accept debit cards and stuff for concessions and all that good stuff.
They never did it.
They never did.
I haven't seen
It's approved.
It was approved, just not approved.
Never happened.
it was approved, just not purchased.
I just wanna see that happen by start of school year. So we could accept the debit cards and all that good stuff,
Is that what it would be, just a square?
or however it is for concession.
Question, so an actual cash register,
There was an actual cash register, cause we were buying all the food for the concessions and everything else.
there might be one at Alta Vista,
No,
so
this,
there's
this
a
was
box.
like a Clover, or it's a POS
Okay.
system.
Yes.
So then it wasn't like the actual
No.
cash register, okay,
No.
cause I think there's an actual cash register at Alta Vista.
Yeah, no, it was an
Yeah,
actual.
there's always been one in the little concession there.
Oh, this one's in a box and we took it out of the concession because it's so small, the concession over there, so
No, it was
Yeah.
actually to like track and everything,
So
so
it's
we
a-
bought the Cokes and
like
bought
a Clover
everything,
one,
so
okay.
that we knew when to order, when not to order.
okay.
And
also kept track of inventory.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
all that good stuff.
Anything else? No? Okay, last item, can we get a motion for adjournment? Got a first by Secretary Vihil, have a second. Second by Member Cisneros, all in favor? Aye. All right, thank you all. Pass.
Wait, that's good. Hold on, don't say no.
Right.
We use, sometimes we take basketball games at the elementary. So we use an elementary. Yeah.